Hey, it's Mercy here from Dal Riata. This is the weekly summary for the 12th of September 2021, and I'm going to race through it today, which is probably a good thing, because I've actually just made the video and then realised that I left the game sound on in the background and totally you couldn't hear me, so I had to having to redo it, which is good and bad because I'm making a much shorter video, but the second half of the video, which I usually show teams and I wasn't going to show teams, I was going to show a challenge that was posted today by Battalia, one of our guild members, and that is called the Warhammer Challenge. I don't know why. I've asked Battalia actually. Let's see if Battalia has replied. Oh, look, the name, I think that's named after the player who thought of it. So there you go. So, so I've said I'm gonna show. I've told Battalia I'm gonna show the challenge in the video tonight, and that's what I'm doing. However, we'll come to that later. But so let's move on to what's been going on this week. Let me just collect my hourly treasure, and then go to the guild. So we had the Ruby Light weekly event, and that was you had to get about 700 points. And they actually highlighted how the guild has actually, half the guild's been slacking off a bit on the weekly events, and that's pretty much, I think, because we've got some really good players who have joined us and they get thousands of points. You know, you had to get 700 average, and you know our top 5 are getting this and almost completing the event themselves, which actually means that the bottom half can pretty much slack off, and that's not okay in my book. So actually, there you go, 14. So 14 and below, so half the guild did not get the average, and some of the guild got embarrassingly low scores in my mind, and that's not okay. The weekly event is what the guild is all about. I know we completed it on a Friday, but you know, don't wait to the end of the week till it's done by other people and then just forget about it. That's not really okay. So I do expect this week, I expect all these names that I'm showing now, I expect you to be at the top. So do not let other people spend their gems on you getting treasure. That's not okay. That's not what the guild's about. The guild is about everybody participating, everybody doing it. There is one demotion this week because somebody in the guild has been cruising every week for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and they will know who they are. But otherwise it's only promotions and good stuff for the guild. So let's go back to the guild. That was a bit of bad stuff about the Ruby Light, but back to the guild. We are doing brilliantly. We have 30 members. We had a gap at handover reset last week, and that gap was filled immediately, but it was a stinking freeloader. So somebody in the guild did some recruiting off the global chat, which has never been good for us. We've only ever had bad experiences from that. This person came and they were here for 12 hours or 14 hours or something while they collected all the treasure at the beginning of the week and then buggered off, and that's also not okay. So you know, actually we don't really need to recruit is one thing. We only really kick out one person at a time, and we only kick out pretty much one person very rarely. I mean, there's been a few in the last month, but kind of it's a monthly thing, and usually the places get snapped up really quickly, and partially it's because of people coming from this video, but actually mostly it's from word of mouth, from people in the guild talking to other people. So there are groups in the guild who know each other quite well already from outside of the guild, and when you look at our roster, I mean, our roster is full of people that have been here for, I mean, how long's Boulder been here? Don't even know. 117 days. Oh, that's not bad. But I'm talking about you know, guys like LD. How long's LD been around? 457 days. Edward. How long's Edward been around? 705 days. I mean, our all-stars have been around a very, very long time. Ganta, how long have you been with us? Quite a while, I imagine. Yep, almost 500 days. So we have a really super stable guild. So we don't really need to recruit, and like I said, we only really have, when we actively recruit, we kind of have bad experiences. When people drift into the guild by finding us, they're either super keen to join us, as we've seen in the last 2 guild members, just the last 2 on the list at the moment, or we have no mercy and boot them out quickly if they don't perform and don't have any responsibility towards them because we haven't invited them. So that's kind of the way I roll. The last two people joining us have done really well. Fungomaniac just joined us a few days ago and has been already promoted. Battalia, I'm going to talk about in the second half of this video, has been promoted and is also clearly doing very well and chatting, and both of them are on our Discord. So that is completely awesome. So moving along, thank you very much, Guild. I know there are a few people in the red this week, but I don't care. It was an arena weekend, and arena weekends are a bunch of crap. I mean, I know most of you don't like it, but there are a few of you that do, and you can see from the trophy rewards who's playing and who's not, but that's, to me, is completely irrelevant. The arena is a very personal thing. It doesn't really influence the guild at all except for those trophies. Actually you can see we've gone up the ranking a few, so clearly, like I said, there has been a few people playing, but it's not a guild event. So the world event, which I was moaning about just before, is a guild event, and that's what I expect you to be playing in. So just because there's arena doesn't mean you slack off on the world event. So not okay. For the second week in a row, by the way, because I moaned last week about people not playing in the world event because it was a hard one. This one was a very, very easy one, and I'm actually going to play to show you how easy it is. I don't have a particularly hard fight, but I've got up to, I think, level 460 in one of the fights. The Goblin Queen. I've got her name now. Anyway, that fight, I think I'm over 630 or something. This team is brilliant. It does very, very well, and I'm just going to show you. There is no excuse for not playing and getting really low scores, actually, because a lot of our good players post their teams, and those teams change throughout the week, and they post them in chat and they post them on Discord, and you can see the teams to use, so you don't even have to come up with your own one. You can come up with one that works really, really well. This one, 3 Tigrathi Warriors, which everybody has because it's a bounty troop and a mountain crusher. So how easy is that? They've all got enchant. So you barely have to do anything. Usually, actually, with potions of explosion, they pop up anyway, or fully charged. You're ready to go. Tigrathi gets bonus for the opponent's armor to damage. So he pretty much kills them, and it doesn't matter how much they've got. So if they've got 500 armor and 500 health, they're still going to die with one hit from Tigrathi. So doesn't, even because they go so fast, because they're enchanted, and because you've got Mountain Crusher to do this sort of thing, you just charge them up and kill them, and that's it. Doesn't really matter how tough they are. It doesn't even go slowly. So it was a very, very simple event. There was absolutely no excuse except for being mean and saving your gems for something else and not sharing them with the guild. There is no excuse not to have played this. So everybody below 15, you are officially told off. And there will be some all-stars. If they do it again next week, there will be some all-stars booted down to veteran because of it. So, mean stuff aside, we are doing brilliantly. And let's talk about next week. So Whitehelm is the kingdom next week, and Whitehelm is my favourite kingdom because it is my home kingdom. It's not my favourite kingdom. Galvania's kingdom, my favourite kingdom, but Whitehelm is my home kingdom, and it is my home kingdom. I have told you this before, and I will tell you again in case people haven't heard me say it. It is my home kingdom because of this. I don't care about that. I don't care about gold. I care about lots of glory. I don't care about souls. If you look, I've got my 3 million gold going into next week, and I'm just going to pour that into the guild and then build it up over the next week, and any excess I spend on factions, and who cares about souls when you've got 6 million and you've got nothing to spend them on. So I care about glory, so I usually have a bank of about 500,000 glory. In the video that I just deleted, I burnt some glory just to show you what I do. So whenever I go above 500,000, I wait till it goes up, I don't know, about 510,000, and then I burn 10,000 glory. And when I mean burn, I mean open chests with it down here. So I go open chests. Let's just show you what I'm talking about, just in case you really don't know, which would be really bizarre. This. So I open 50 chests for 1,000. I'll do it because I'll make it back easily. Skip that, and if you scroll down the bottom here, Most of the time, didn't happen that time, but most of the time you get gems. And you can get, I usually get anywhere between kind of, well, 0 and about, I think 9 is the most I've ever got. Usually you get about 2 or 3, sometimes you get 7, sometimes you get 9. But anyway, you get kind of between 0 and 9 gems for 1,000 glory. And actually when you're burning, if you burn 50,000 glory, that's kind of a nice pile of gems for nothing. Because you're getting it, remember you're getting it because you're getting it every hour when you log in and you collect your rewards, just like I did at the beginning of this video. I should have actually showed you at the time, but you get about 600 glory, 300 glory or 400 glory or something like that. So this glory builds up really, really quickly. Now I keep a bank of it, and a conversation came up in the chat this week because I think it was Starla. Yeah, it was. Starla burnt 300,000 glory and got 4 mythics. You can win mythics from burning glory like that. I've only got a few mythics to go, so the chances of me drawing a mythic that I don't have are incredibly slim. So the chance of me getting mythics that I don't have, I have to buy them from the Soul Forge on Diamonds, or I have to wait till the week for the kingdom that they live in. So this week, Whitehelm, can't even remember who Whitehelm is. Who are the mythics for? Oh, they're our Champion Anu and Champion of Guard. So they're the mythics. I've already got them, but you would use event keys to get the mythic if you didn't have the mythic. So that's the best chance. The best chance is obviously Soul Forge, because you're buying them for 4,000 diamonds, drawing them from event keys on the particular week they're in, or what's another good way? That's it, isn't it? And I talk about this a lot, because I talk about it's really important to get that monthly mythic on the first day of the month, because otherwise it goes into the general pool and it's very, very hard to get, and the chances are very, very low. So when it comes to the weekly mythic, the best chances, I'm going to say it again because people seem to miss this, the best chances come from drawing these, and these are your opening guild chest is the best way when you hit 4,000 seals for the week. That's your best chance. It's slightly better than gem keys, which is your second best chance, and then glory keys is about, I think, a tenth of the chance. So these chances are very low, but you burn heaps of this stuff. Last time there was a mythic, 29 out of 30 of us got it, or actually I think it was 29 out of 29, because I think somebody left. So that's great, and that's what you should do, because once that month is gone, that mythic is very, very, very hard to get. Okay, moving on. That was just all a massive rattle. So moving on, Whitehelm. Whitehelm's a Divine Knight, so our weekly event next week is going to be Knights again, but hopefully they're Divine Knights. We have a Glory troop, so you can spend Glory, which we've been talking about on Uriel the Guardian, and he is another one of these potion creators. So with the new dynamic, he cleanses himself. He gives magic to his magic worth of life to his magic in life to another ally, and then he of your choosing, and he creates 1 to 3 yellow potions, and then has a 50% chance for an extra turn if another enemy is death marked, or if an enemy is death marked, and one of his traits is death mark an enemy when you do skull damage, and his other traits are 25% skull reduction, and I think it's 25% spell reduction. It might be more, but it's anyway. So he's like a one of these series of troops that we've been getting throughout this campaign with different coloured potions, and he's the yellow potion, and of course, because Whitehelm's divine, it's all about yellow. So that's the troop this week. Sounds useful, but I haven't seen much use for them yet. They are part of the power creep of the game, and when I just rattled off all his powers, you can see how strong he is compared to the earlier troops in the game. So yeah, interesting. It's kind of interesting. I think it's kind of interesting how the epic troops are getting tougher, but the mythics that we get every month kind of are a bit lame. So I don't know. They have kind of well, you know about the tier, you all know about the tiers of mythics, so you don't seem to get very good mythics in the monthly ones, but you get good ones in like Scroll Reborn and stuff like that. You get the good ones that you create, and that seems to be the way we're going. The last good monthly mythic, gosh, I can't remember, Psychorax, a year ago. So anyway, there we go. So back to what's happening next week. We have that Glory Troop. We have Tuesday, we have Hall of Guardians. And Hall of Guardians is one I haven't got to 500 of the pure team, so I'm probably going to do that. It was one I was actually going to choose to do non-pure, but I think because I've got so many gems at the moment, I might just go for it anyway. It has got Gargoyle, which is a wonderful troop, and it's got Sentinel, Silent Sentinel, and some other good troops. It seems to me like a pure team that, if you're sensible, it's not like massively chancy. If you get to the last room with your Gargoyle and you can smash the other Gargoyle in the enemy's team, and then you're probably going to win. So to me, it seems like there's a strategy. I've struggled with Crypt Keepers because it's just so incredibly random. I've done that 24 times on level 500 pure. I'm on 204 horde level and I still can't do it. It's really driving me crazy, so I'm just going to wait till the potions come around, till the potion event, the weekly event comes around. So I'm going to switch my attention from non-potion pure from Hall of Guardians to Tinkertown now, I think, because that's another one I think that's probably got a strategy to it rather than being random. And I'll try that without potions, and I'll do this one this week, and I'll get both of those to 2,500. So that's my goal for this week. And that's Tuesday. We've got Peace Pigeon, the pet on Wednesday. We've got Priest is the... I think my priest is around 50 or 60 or something like that. Where are you, priest? Oh yeah, 60. So will do a bit of priest action on Thursday. Then we've got Bounty Weekend, and we've got a new troop called the Naga Trap, and it looks like a big Venus fly trap, and it does some devour, 25% devour I think, and it's double chance devour for Naga. So it's going to be useful for that particular event this week. But it's, of course, you have to spend lots of gems to get it up to Mythic for this weekend, which is a bit annoying. After that, it's really easy because the cards, the troop cards, go into the general pool and you draw them in your glory keys that you burn, like I was describing just before, and you'll get it up to Mythic in no time at all. I don't think it goes in straight away. I think it's the following week, so I don't think burning glory over the weekend gets you more Naga traps, so it doesn't help you during the weekend event. I think that's how it works. So that's it. That's this week coming. So I'm going to be play weekend event. I'm going to be having my sharp eyes out, keeping an eye on the roster to make sure people are playing it. Make sure you play it, is all my recommendation is, and don't complain if you get demoted for not playing it, because you've been warned. Now, let's talk about the second half of the video. So, if you just wanted to hear about the guild, then that's it. Now, the second half of the video, I usually show troops, but I'm going to show this challenge. Now, if you had watched the video that I just made about an hour ago, and completely wrecked with the volume, you would have seen that I did the challenge. So the challenge is to do all the explores in all the kingdoms. Wait a minute, I'm in the wrong place. You go through all the kingdoms one at a time and do E12 on each of them, explore 12 on each of them, but you don't complete the when you do the mythic boss fight, you don't collect the chest, so you leave the chest uncollected, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, just in case you forgot. Actually, let's start. So what I did is I start from the sky and I kind of weaved my way down like this, and then in the last video what I did is I opened them all, because Battalia said that it's like Christmas, and it certainly is. So you go through and you open them all, and you get a whole lot of medals, and you get tons of medals all at once, so which is really cool. So I've got tons of medals now, and it's really exciting because you find Nisha medals, Nisha tokens, sorry, and if you're like me, I kind of got one medal of Nisha and then kind of gave up. I don't have three Nishas. I've got lots of tokens now, but I'm going to do this again a few times during the week, I think, to get some more Nisha tokens and hopefully get 3 medals of Nisha, because I just haven't done that yet. But so what you do is you go to explore. Whoa, let me just change this. That's on the event. I think I like that. Let me see. No, I will see my Misha. I will. This team goes really Why haven't I got a Miller? Oh, I've got a Milovani there. Let me put a Nisha on there. And then let's go. Okay. And you can if you want to go chase these guys around the board. I did it in a pattern so that I knew where I was. So you go to E12, and let's just do this really fast. There's lots of E12 teams. You don't have to use this one. This is just the one I'm using. Seems to do well in all of them. And I look for a purple match, which I don't have. Because then I can get Thrall going. Oh, that's why I had two. That's why I had to get his attack up. That's why I had two Medals of Seasons. So that was a bit of a mistake. Okay, so just kill him, and you get three trophies for this team. So that's really nice. And it's kind of fun, you know. You get a bit of gold. It's not like playing a gold team. There's no purples there. It's not like playing a gold team, so you're not earning heaps of gold. So Erika's gold team, who, wow, just not getting purple matches. Come on, give me a purple match. There we go. Oh, I don't even need it. I'm not playing particularly strategically, I'm just playing for speed at the moment. Let's do that. Oh, doesn't matter. That's a nice thing about these sorts of teams. It just doesn't matter if you die. Come on, gosh. Okay, because it's actually going really slowly because I'm trying to play fast. So that's kind of stupid, isn't it? Anyway, this challenge is called the Warhammer Challenge, I believe, and we saw that from the chat just before. And Battalia said it was named after the person who created it. But it's kind of been, I enjoyed doing that. It didn't take that long, and I enjoyed that a whole lot more than, let me do that, than actually doing the arena event. So go figure. Come on, we're almost there. Oh, should I give up? This is just painfully slow. Okay, just quit. If you know what I'm talking about, just quit. But otherwise, I'll show you, because then the reason why I'm showing is you'll feel confident doing it, because I didn't even realise you could save it for later before. I've always been a bit kind of, oh, I better collect my boss chest. You know, don't close the window. But you don't actually have to be like that at all. You can just do it. I know those of you are going to look at me and go, "What the hell's he doing?" What I really need to do is I actually need to get that attack up. I should be using different medals, because otherwise I could have like wiped that guy out just then. So that's actually why this team's so slow, because that could be a bit higher than that. Actually, let me just do that. We'll come back. So that's irrelevant, and that's actually irrelevant. Oh, I see. It's not. It probably gets that probably gets Thrall. And that team, that probably gets Thrall up. That's the thing that gets Thrall up fast, actually. Let me see. So that's better. No, doesn't even come up with my four purples anyway. That's a bit lame, isn't it? or 3 purples, I mean. Oh, he got them. Okay, no, that shows we can actually. We don't need that. Don't need that medal. Okay, so hopefully this didn't do it anyway. I was actually aiming for that second place that time. I wasn't actually aiming for. I wasn't aiming for the second place. I was aiming for the first place. If you're criticising what I was just doing. Okay, that should do that. Come on, are we done yet? Are we done yet? Come on. Okay, mythic boss. Here we go. Let's do the mythic boss. So following the 28% surround is obviously a good way to go. So few purples with a sorcerer team. That's a bit strange, really. No, it's not devouring anybody. Hiking Iron Guts is really useless. This team can be so fast that oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's it's usually for you. I've actually when I've won with this team in like 2 hits before. That's funny. Okay, there we go, done. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, okay. So here we go. You got your boss test. You go here and you don't open it, so you just close it, and then it says receive your medal. So when you come back here, so you go off and do the next one, then you go do the next one, you go to the next one, and when you come back to Skya later on, you can now click on explore, and it goes back to that screen, and you're going to receive your medal. So what you do is you basically just go through them all, complete them all, and then go back and then collect them all, and that gives you this massive avalanche or Christmas party of, as Battalia said, of medals, and it was really fun. So I'm actually quite keen to hear any other challenges. I have heard Saber talk about on Discord chat. He has talked about other challenges, or he's talked about challenges that he sets himself, and one of those was in what was it? It was in Guild Wars. So he set himself a challenge of playing, I think it was like non-mythics. I think making teams without mythics, and as you saw, he did really well with points. So he obviously is making the game interesting for himself at such a high level that he is, and he's completed so many things that now he's doing these challenges to entertain himself through the game. This is one of them, and I've got to say today it made the game more fun for me than having arena. So thank you very much for making the game so great. You're a wonderful guild. Sorry to be growly at the beginning, but got to keep you up and got to keep you going. But see you all during the week, and should be another good one. So go well.